They're away at the 2,000 metres. Sun Classic drifting back towards the end at the start, and Savo Idea, Abra Magic all the way pretty well in the early stages. Also Dublin Lad, and Coachwood's gone on in the early part. He's going up towards the leaders as they settle down, and Cushman's up there as well. Dublin Lad in front. Coachwood goes to second. Cushman on the rail is third. 2 lengths Placido, and then Abra Magic followed by Savo. 1 further back is Unsolved. Trapped out a little here. 1.5 lengths Idea. Then Sun Classic on the rail. 1.5 behind them. Ancient Ritual, Town Oak, and then the Brightonian. And 2 or 3 to Bonamici. Dublin Lad makes it a very truly run race out to the 1,400 metre mark. He's out by the best part of 2. Coachwood dropped on the rail second. Cushman 2 behind at third. Unsolved is a 1/2 length away fourth. 1 further back is Savo, and then Placido. About 2.5 to 3 further back is Abra Magic, Sun Classic Idea. 1 Ancient Ritual, followed Town Oak the rail. 2 Brightonian, and 2 to Bonamici. They're pretty well strung out. Good 25 lengths covering the field, heading to the 1,000 metre mark. Dublin Lad set the tempo. 2 lengths to Coachwood, 2 lengths to Cushman. The favourites running second and third. 3 or 4 lengths further back in the field then came Unsolved, followed by Savo. 1.5 lengths Placido. Idea starting a run for Gauci around the outside now of Abra Magic, and then Sun Classic, Ancient Ritual. The Brightonian, Town Oak dropping out under pressure, passed now by Bonamici. At the turn, 600 left to go. Dublin Lad 1.5 to Coachwood. Look to be travelling very well at the top of the straight. 3 or 4 lengths further back is Cushman. Abra Magic Idea pulled out wide for his run. Then Unsolved when they wheel for home, and they were followed by Placido. Coachwood took the lead at the top of the straight now. Got 1.5 lengths clear. Cushman coming after him. Dublin Lad's had enough on the inside, and then came Abra Magic, and further back Ancient Ritual. Coachwood at the 300 by a length. Cushman coming after him now. Coachwood tackled by Cushman, who went to the lead. Now it's Cushman and Coachwood together. Abra Magic getting to third, and the Brightonian on the outside. Cushman got about a nick in front of Coachwood. It's Cushman at the 100 getting 3/4 in front of Coachwood, then the Brightonian, and Cushman goes on to win 1/2 length to Coachwood. 3 lengths away third, the Brightonian from Savo, Abra Magic. A gap Bonamici, Ancient Ritual, Placido, Sun Classic, Dublin Lad. Idea dropped out. He beat only Unsolved and Town Oak to the line.
Winner there, number 9, Cushman, to pay $5.30 and $1.80, scoring from 3, Coachwood, $1.90 and 14, the Brightonian at big odds, $10.30 for the place.
They run a bit of time here, 2 minutes and 0.5 of a second. 2 minutes and 5 tenths. The winner, Cushman, written by Stephen Vella. And the 2 kilo claim dropped down to 49 there, an 8 kilo difference. Coachwood filling second, and the Brightonian making up ground to grab third. There's the number being semaphore now. 9, Cushman, Stephen Vella. 3, Coachwood, Greg Hall. And the third number goes to 14, the Brightonian, Stephen Baster. Yes, it's a handy pull in the weights. And I guess Hall really wouldn't have fancied it when he was left in front at the top of the straight. It's a long way home at Flemington when you got 57, and you got those underneath you like Cushman with only 49 kilos on his back. He's done very well to cling on. The favourites have run first and second. They were equal favourites together. Coachwood really stuck to his guns well, and he might just pull a little more fitness out of that run today, and it'll be very hard to beat when next he steps out. Cushman proving a little too strong on the day, and his 4th run back in from a spell. He ran 3rd the other day. It was a good eye-catching run, and he had a big pull turnaround the first time. Cushman, who's a Flemington 1800 metre winner and placed at 2,000, now has another Flemington victory to his credit. At the track, 5 starts, 2 wins and 2 placings. Trained here by Peter Simons. 9, 3, 14. 9, 3 and 14, Unsolved. As I mentioned before the race, he was still looking pretty big, and he raced as if he was badly in need of the run. A disappointing performance from Idea. From the middle of the field, Gauci whipped him up to make a run deep on the course, but he dropped right out and he beat only 2 to the line. Abra Magic had his chance, up in the weights a bit today comparatively to those that he'd been racing against recently, and he just battled on in the last couple of 100 metres. Okie-doke, race 5, they're coming back to scale here. In the event coming up, take out number 3, and in race 7 also number 3. Okay, totes and openers, Loft.
Thanks, Greg. The winner, number 9, Cushman, has returned in Victoria, $5.30 and $1.80. Second, 3, Coachwood, $1.90, and third, 14, the Brightonian, $10. $5.30 and $1.80, $1.90 and $10. Quinella, $11.20. Exacta, $25.10, $25.10 for the Exacta, $11.20 for the Quinella. Trifecta, $609.70, and the running double 2 and 9, $13.40. Race 6 at Flemington.
Canterbury Guineas, and they're off and racing. Oh, one of them came out, Super Slew came out very awkwardly and almost flattened Payback Time. Just as well it was a small field. Shane Dye had a very terrible ride for a few strides or so, and it's Super Slew who's going to come across from that outside barrier and go to the lead. Falonte goes to second on the inside behind those Bravo Zulu, and Darren Beedman says, let's go on Octagonal, we're not going to sit back, let's go to the lead, don't get cluttered up around this tight circuit here at Canterbury. And Octagonal about 4 horses off the fence as the leader as they go out of the straight. Super Slew second, Falonte third, then Bravo Zulu, Future King, Classy Fella, and Payback Time is at the tail of the field. On the side of the track, and Super Slew goes up on the inside again to go to the lead, but Beatman's quite content to sit 3/4 of a length away on the outside on Octagonal. A length and a half away, Bravo Zulu at the 1200, Falonte's a neck away, 4th on the outside. The next one on the inside behind these is Classy Fella, Future King, and Payback Time is at the tail. They saunter along the back of the track here, and Super Slew is the pilot. Octagonal 3/4 of a length away at the 1000. He's not happy on Payback Time, and he's quickly gone up around the outside to be 3 and 4 deep and move into 3rd position. Bravo Zulu punches up on the fence. Falonte then momentarily squeezed back, but now punches up between this pair at the 800. Classy Fella second last, and Future King is at the tail. About 700 to go in the Canterbury Guineas, and Super Slew and Octagonal going together. 3/4 of a length away, Octagonal is at the 700. Behind these, Payback Time, Bravo Zulu, Falonte, Classy Fella, and Future King. They start the sprint. They've gone past the 600. They approach the 400. Super Slew now starting to come at him is Octagonal. Bravo Zulu momentarily held up as it went for a run on the inside. Around the outside, Payback Time. Falonte got cluttered up momentarily. Then Future King and Classy Fella. They're into the straight with 300 metres to go. Octagonal moves up on the outside of Super Slew. Bravo Zulu trying to get up on the inside of both of them. And now Falonte sprinting very quickly out after Octagonal. Octagonal in front. Falonte trying hard. Octagonal in front of Octagonal, and Darren Beatman reigns supreme in the Guineas. Octagonal too good. Running second would have been Falonte. Future King I think might have got third. Behind these, Classy Fella and Super Slew. The next one, Bravo Zulu, who ran a brave race. And back at the tail of the field, Payback Time. Had to do it tough, but got the money.
Number 1, Octagonal, $1.40, $1.20. Number 4, Falonte, $2.90. There'll be no third dividend for number 5, Future King.
And on Super Tab for the numbers 1, 4 and 5, as we just wait for the dividends to come onto the screen, 1 Octagonal, the Cox Plate winner. Opened at 110, but will pay $1.40 and $1.20 for the place from number 4, Falonte, $2.30, no third dividend for 5, Future King. And would you note the track at Flemington has been upgraded to fast, track upgraded to fast at 4 o'clock.
Thanks a lot, Neil.
Very strongly at the 100 metres mark, but under very hard riding by Beeman. Octagonal responded, and his class prevailed and held off Falonte and Future King, which was a very eye-catching performance. Super Slew tried to lead throughout, kept giving sufficient over the concluding stages to have nuisance value, and Classy Fella running on well over the concluding stages, but class prevailed in the Canterbury Guineas.
And racing, Nias got away well towards the inside. Tenor was also quickly into stride. Gold Sovereign immediately from the centre field went straight to the rails to get in behind a group of horses. Now let's see who wants to lead. Ken Quest out wide, starting to come across, and looks as if it's going to be the likely leader. Fewer Chosen and Roadworthy going with it as they come to the winning post the first time. Then Ripper. King Performers about 10 horses off the fence in company with Storm, Tenor and Nias. Behind these, Carla Chief and Electronic, the two favourites racing together. Potential Star behind those, Gold Sovereign, followed by Noisy Pier. And and Look Who's Talking is at the tail as they start to settle down. And King Performer from the wide barrier finally crosses and takes up the running, but Storm's even keener to go faster, and Storm has dashed around the outside and races to the lead as they go to the 1200. Storm is in front in the Canterbury Cup. Down the back, Roadworthy is second. On the inside next now is King Performer. King Quest caught out on a limb behind these few are Chosen, Rip and Nias and Tenor. A break to Carla Chief on the inside next, followed by Electronic, Potential Star. Gold Sovereign is third last at the 1000 behind these Noisy Pier and Look Who's Talking as they start to slow up again in front now, and Storm is the leader but by only half a length or so. Roadworthy running second. On its outside next is Ken Quest, and he's taken off on Electronic. Electronic's dashed around the outside with 800 metres to go, and he's given them something to catch. Potential Star going with him. He's running fifth. Behind them King Performer, Noisy Pier. The next one Fewer Chosen, followed up then by Tenor. Behind these Ripper, followed by Carla Chief, bailed up on the fence. Behind those Nias, Look Who's Talking, and back at the tail of the field now is Gold Sovereign as they come towards the turn, and Electronic again is taken on in earnest by Ken Quest. It's Ken Quest and Electronic leading the field around the turn. Storm has given up the ghost. Potential Star starting to run into it. Down the outside, Noisy Pier coming home well, so too is King Performer, and down the outside, Look Who's Talking is starting to rattle home. It's Electronic who's in front though as they come down to the 100, trying to get to it out on the centre of the track. Coming home quickly now is Noisy Pier, and also Look Who's Talking, and Carla Chief from a mile back has been certainly beaten. Electronic is going to win the race. Noisy Pier second. The tight photo for third between Carla Chief and also Look Who's Talking. Carla Chief bailed up on the fence throughout most of the race, and perhaps Di just outrode him, and that's where they won and lost the race. King Quest, Ripper behind those Nias, then King Performer, a break to Potential Star. Fewer Chosen, followed by Storm, Roadworthy, Tenor and Gold Sovereign.
Number 1 Electronic, $2.80 and $1.60. And number 10 Noisy Pier at $8.70. Number 7 Carla Chief, $1.80.
1 Electronic has got out to pay $3 and $1.70, or should pay those dividends, from 10 Noisy Pier, $6.50, close for third between 7 Carla Chief, $1.70, and 9 Look Who's Talking, $3.80. Now, we'll see if those Adelaide totes